of the week, music of the week. Let's get on to this music of the week. Um, we got some projects, we got some songs, but more importantly, we got a 2024 halftime report. We got a 2024 halftime report that I created. I formed this list after much thought, much internal deliberation. I formed this perfect list, perfect to me, list of my 12 favorite albums of the year so far, of the last 6 months. So let's start with that. Let's start with that, my 2024 halftime report. And while you're at it, take a visit to Quarter Day Recordings Instagram page. This is where I post anything related to this show on YouTube, Scratched Up Live, anything related to me working on music live, all the thumbnails of this show, my branding, anything that I record is going to go through Quarter Day Recordings. So make sure to follow Quarter Day Recordings on Instagram. But we are here for the 2024 halftime report. And we'll just kind of hop into it, I think. Maybe we could pull up Apple Music at the same time here. And we could do something like that. And maybe do something like this. And then maybe kind of put them on the same screen. Like so. We're going to do that. So I can search for these albums as we go. So we're going to start off with our honorable mentions. Make me a bit smaller here, if you know what I mean. About a boom bing. If you know what I mean. About a boom bing. Huh? Okay. So our honorable mentions. We're going to start with this one by Bruiser Wolf. And we aren't really necessarily going to go through all of these or anything, but I just kind of want to pull them up as I go. So this one by Bruiser Wolf of, what's their label? You know, Danny Brown's label, Bruiser Brigade fame. Bruiser Wolf of Bruiser Brigade fame has this new album out called My Stories Got Stories. One of the first albums to come out this year, actually, and still one of my favorites, within my top 20 favorite albums to come out this year. And his stories do got stories, a lot of crack cocaine stories, and just listen to this one for the imagery. I mean, his lyrics are one of a kind. It's great shit. And then we've also got this Joey Valance and Bray project called No Hands. This is a group I never heard of them until this year, until a couple weeks ago, really. But this shit shocked me, dude. These people have BC Boys. They got Nas vibes. They got like early New York boom bap vibes. They got good shit here. Definitely worth a listen. Don't forget it. We got Insano, which I just got on vinyl today and showed earlier on the stream. Insano by Kid Cudi. Another batch of great songs by Mr. One Cudi. Very exciting stuff. We got Nia Archives, an artist I discovered last year. An artist I discovered last year with her EP Sunrise Bang Your Head Against the Wall. Some like jungle drum, jungle beat type rhythms, fast BPMs, great female pop vocals, exciting stuff from Nia Archives. She's doing exciting stuff. Old Burger Beats, nice like compilation album of different smooth underground rappers and smooth beat break type beats. A lot of sample heavy beats. Wide variety of rappers here, in a way. I would check it out. And then we've also got the Tierra Whack album, which deserves a shout out because, she popped on the scene 2018 with that Vignette album, Whack World. Each one is a minute long. She had a lot of promising musical ideas in this, and so I've been waiting on the next full length, and this new one did not disappoint. Longer songs, still very bubbly, still very poppy, still very unique, fun energy from Tierra Whack. So now let's get into our favorites. I don't know if you can see this, but right up at the top, and here I have a playlist for these ones. Right up at the top here, we got Asher Roth and Heather Gray. Temporary Heaven. Let's give it up for Asher Roth and Heather Gray. They made another banger. Their last full-length collaboration was 2 years ago in 2022. Fantastic album. But it didn't quite make the cut. This one is making the cut, dude. Same amount of songs as the last one. Same solid production from Heather Gray. But Asher Ray is more focused, more lyrically intricate. He is a top tier spitter on this. Really just proving himself once again. But more than ever too. Like, we've also got Brittany Howard here of their album Sound and Color, the Alabama Shakes fame. Brittany Howard of Alabama Shakes fame. My favorite solo album of hers. Definitely better than her last one, Jamie, I think it was called. This one, and it kind of had to grow on me a bit. This album here, I heard it when it came out. Obviously, I was excited. I liked the singles from it. Prove It to You, specifically. But when it first dropped, I was like, didn't come back to it. But when creating this list, went back to it. Holy shit. Deserves all the praise in the world. Almost as good as Sound and Color by Alabama Shakes, gotta say. I need to get some water. One sec. Yes, this list here. So Brittany Howard. Awesome. Justice. Hyperdrama by Justice, my electronic pick for this first 6 months of 2024. Hell yes, is all I gotta say about this one. Hell to the effing yes, dude. This one got my adrenaline pumping, like, for real, dude. My favorite electronic project to come out in the last 6 months, for sure. Without a doubt. We also got Kamasi Washington, which is kind of like my jazz pick. But I don't, I wasn't really expecting a jazz album to come out. But this thing is just dense and takes you all sorts of places. Each song is a ride through freaking like galactic space, galactic space. It is a thick one. It's a thickie, an hour and a half. So it needed this spotlight here. Lupe's best album since Drogos Waves, I guess. Like, tight, no fat, back on his lyrical, confoundation. I don't know if that word even makes sense, but that's the word that came out. His lyrical confoundation. His lyrical mysticism is back. That was kind of like lacking from this last one. Even though I liked it, but it wasn't far from his best. Drill Music in Zion, kind of missed that lyrical mysticism that would always kind of blow my mind. But he's back on it in a way that he hasn't been, like, for a full album ever. Like I said, tight, to the point, no fat, deserving of this spot. Pinball by Mike, kind of a similar thing going on here. Mike and Tony Seltzer. Tony Seltzer on like the very unique, very ear-catching, very pinball-esque, very like video gamey, pingy production here. The name, the title fits, and then Mike with his like his solemn disposition kind of creates this ethereal. It creates a zone. This one puts me in the zone. And similar things to say for Mike Schaub. Suicide 3 by Mike Schaub. This thing it'll put you in that zone. Mike is in another planet on this one. He's on another planet in this one. I don't know. Check it out. We got no Lord. I mean, No Worries, Why Lord. Just, this one was the shoe-in. I mean, I didn't know if it was going to make it. I didn't know if it was going to be a proper follow-up exactly, but it is. It is. The duo did it again, folks. The duo did it again. Did I have many doubts? No. Did I have some doubts? Yes. Did it live up to expectations? I say yes. Blue Lips. Schoolboy Q. Another clap. Another round of applause for Schoolboy Q. His best album in a long time. His best album. I mean, I think at this point, I can solidly say yes. This one is better than Blank Face. I wasn't sure. I wasn't quite sure. Is it now? The real question is it better than Oxymoron? Probably not. But holy shit, this is like the follow-up to Oxymoron that I've been waiting for the last 10 years. Even though I do like Blank Face. Crash Shock is okay. It has some songs on it, but this is the one. This is like the follow-up to Oxymoron that I've been wanting. Vampire Weekend, a band that I've never been crazy about. Didn't even really listen to their music until a couple years ago. But this album, shit, dude. I'm a fan now. I'm a fan. And I think a lot of other people agree this is like their best album ever, apparently. And I love it. I love it. The guitar tones on here, the poppiness to it, the preppiness to it, but the fascinating song structures, the twists and turns that they take in these songs. I just hear it now. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Mary Boone. Yeah, this is it. Kind of like my alternative pick. And then we got Willow. This one took me by surprise. Did not expect a Willow album to blow me out of the water like this one did. It's labeled contemporary jazz. I call it more like my neo soul pick here. Better than the Billie Eilish. Better than I don't know. Better than the Nia Archives. This one is it, dude. Like this shit. Every song is a fascinating journey. Each song is kind of like a fantasy. Check it if you haven't. And then finally, my Lord and Savior Yeat. My Lord and Savior Yeat. Yeat is the new Kanye. Not literally, but spiritually. Musically. Maybe not like talent-wise, but like musical, spiritual energy-wise. Yeat is doing what Kanye wishes he was doing right now. That's my theory. And this album blows vultures out of the water. Let me just put it that way. So, those are my favorites. That's my halftime report. Check out my quarter day recordings Instagram page where I record things. That's where I record things. And that's where I report on it. My recordings. Whether it's video recordings, whether it's audio recordings, it's quarter day recordings. Bada boom, bada bing.